Hey everyone, it's Lene. Welcome to the year 2020. Happy New Year. Today is Wednesday, January 1st, 2020, and as of today, I have officially been on HRT for 17 months. Almost a year and a half. I'm only wearing lipstick. I didn't do any other makeup today, which is okay. So the year 2019 is finally behind us. I am really glad, very grateful that I made it through last year. Last year was really tough for me, but as you can see, I'm still standing in 2020. Probably my best day of last year for 2019 was April 5th. That was the day that I legally changed my name. And my worst, well, there are just too many of those to mention. I had a lot of bad days last year. But yes, we're starting off a new decade, the 20s, the 2020s. I just want to take a little time to reflect on last decade, the last decade of my life. Probably my two favorite years, I wouldn't really consider them good years, but the 2 years that, well, the years that stand out for me were 2011. That year, I turned 30 and I drove down the coast on the one of California, heading south, which was a very beautiful drive. I did it alone. I wish I could have had someone with me to experience that, but yeah, that was pretty nice. Also, that year, I became a certified pharmacy technician. I never made a lot of money from being a tech, but it was a goal that I set for myself the year prior, and I made good on it. 2018 stands out for me also. That was the year that I realized, a lot of things that hadn't made sense to me before about myself became clear. And I came out as transgender on YouTube. And New Year's Eve of last year, I came out to my parents while we were out having dinner. So, lately, things have been, a little rough at times, but I'm taking it day by day, trying to better position myself for a better future. Because I still believe that my best days are still in front of me. And I believe that for a lot of us. I have goals for this year. Instead of making New Year's resolutions, I prefer to set goals for myself. So, some of my goals for the year 2020 are, and these aren't in chronological order or anything, but I would like to become better at applying makeup. I'm okay, but I don't think I've improved much since the last year or so. I'd like to continue growing out my hair. I have braids right now, but I've had them for a few weeks, so they're kind of frizzy. So maybe I can get another 2 weeks out of them. I don't know. I would like to do more yoga and continue my workout routines. And maybe if I can, change it up a bit to become more efficient with them, that would be great. So my nephew will be graduating high school at the end of May. He lives in Orlando. And I would like to go out to see my nephew graduate from high school. I wasn't able to make it home for Christmas this year, so it would be nice to, fly out there and see everyone. It's been a while. I would like to continue investing money. I don't have much and I can't afford to invest a lot, but every little bit helps. The power of compound interest is fascinating to me. And if you're not familiar with investing or investing in the stock market, mutual funds, things like that, I don't know everything and I don't complain, or excuse me, I don't claim to be a professional investor, but I know a few things. And if you ever want to know about, you know, tips that I use, feel free to reach out to me. I would like to take more time out doing the things that I love, the things that matter most to me, such as music. I haven't had a lot of time for that lately. Also, doing my podcast, it's been a few months and I've only done 2 episodes of it, but I really feel that there is a need for it out there. And, once I get things in order, I can start doing that again. I would like to start believing in myself more, even when I have bad days. There are times, I'm around people who seem to have more than I do, and they didn't really have to work hard to get those things. It kind of makes me feel a little bad sometimes that, I've worked hard at a lot of things and it hasn't really gotten me to where I want to be in life. But we can't put a timetable on those things, I know. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm baking a sweet potato pie right now. I had to check on my sweet potatoes, they're boiling right now. The only reason why I'm making one is because I bought one from the store at Christmas time and it tasted terrible. So I figured, the only way I can actually enjoy it is if I make one of my own. And they're kind of hard to come by out here. Down south they're pretty easy to find, but not out here, I guess. Also, I would like to get a new passport. My old passport still has my old name and my old pictures, so it's no longer valid. So hopefully within the next couple of months I can get that done. And as crazy as this may sound, one of the things that I would like to do this year in 2020 is visit South Africa. There's a group that's taking a trip to South Africa in September. And the total trip, the total package cost $6,000. And honestly, even with the money that I'm making now, I can't afford that. It would take me too long to save up that amount of money. And to spend it on a trip, I think that would hurt me financially, even though I would get a positive experience, from it, most likely. But if you know of ways where I could actually raise that money to take this trip in September, please send them my way. I'm familiar with Patreon, GoFundMe, things like that, but I don't want to just, accept charity. I would rather, try to give something of myself in order to have people, help me make this happen. So life has been pretty busy lately. I left my job at the parking garage about a month and a half ago now, and I've been at the new hotel. At first, things weren't really going that well there, but things seem to be getting a little better now, although my tips aren't nearly as good as they were last year when I was working for the one hotel. I'm a driver, and we rely on tips. And I find that people don't tip as well as they used to, unfortunately. And I know that today most people don't carry cash on them, but there are other ways to tip. You can actually tip digitally. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, things like that. But I would like to do a separate video on that at some point. I've been wanting to do that for quite some time now. So I will be moving at the middle of this month. I'm a little nervous about it. I lived out of my vehicle for 3.5 months, and I really don't want to go back to that, especially not in the middle of winter. It's been really cold lately, and it would be pretty difficult to try something like that again this time of year. So I've looked at a couple of places. I haven't really made a decision yet, but yeah, I tried to talk to my roommate or the lady that I'm renting from. This was in late November, and she just blew up at me. She told me to leave her alone. And who does that? Someone who you're coming to them peacefully, you're trying to, find out what's going wrong. All I asked her was, how are things between us? Are things okay? And she just blew up. So I told her, okay, I'm through. Once my lease is up here, I will be moving out. Why should I pay someone else's mortgage who doesn't respect me? And the thing is, I haven't done anything bad to this person, to her. Never. I've always tried to honor and respect her. She wanted me to pay cash. I paid cash. No more of that, though. Like I said, I won't go out of my way for people who have no respect for me. Then there was another time she blew up at me again. And I got upset. I told her off. I wasn't violent or, angry or anything like that, but, it is what it is. It's kind of unfortunate. What I think happened, though, either the guy that she's seeing or one of the guys who used to live here turned her against me. Or maybe she's showing who she really is. I don't know, but I can't stick around. While I'm here, though, I'm going to do right by her and respect her house and acknowledge her at least. But I can't live in a hostile environment. It's not healthy. So I am working on learning about government contracting. I set up my business with that, but I'm still in the building phases of it. Hopefully, by springtime, I will have my first contract. Things have to change. They really do. And I feel like the only way for me to live the life that I deserve, where I can actually have an impact, is to work for myself and have my own home, to own my own home. But 2020 is here. It's hard to believe that the year 2000 was 20 years ago, 2 decades ago. Life is pretty short when you really think about it. That's why we have to live every day like it's our last and make the best out of life while trying to improve our situations and to continue to learn and grow. I would like to start doing videos more often. I know I keep saying that. I'm going to have this house to myself, I think, for about 10 days or so. So I'm going to try to make more videos because I'll have more alone time and put more content out there. To all a good day, and God bless, and Happy New Year 2020. Bye!